Joy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do multiple different things within my home to show you what I do either on a daily basis, every other day, or multiple times a day to keep my home clean and organized. Rather than just talk about it, I'm going to show you me actually doing some of these things to keep the home in check. One of the things that I stay on top of, whether it's the weekend or a weekday, is our kitchen. First thing in the morning, we get it cleaned up for the day. We get it cleaned up for the day after breakfast, for lunch prep, after every meal and snack. The sink gets wiped down in the kitchen most of the time twice a day, mostly once a day, and I sweep in it after every meal prep just to keep the crumbs and debris down so there's no pests drawn such as ants. You don't want any sweet ants in your kitchen. If you happen to find sweet ants in your kitchen, chalk will repel them, as well as the Dollar Tree Raid ant traps. They work very well, and they're not conditioned to sell them cheaper for a cheaper price, which is a good thing. It's the same exact thing as you would buy at Home Depot or at your Walmart. Another thing that I like to take care of in the mornings, and not every single day, is the bathroom. The bathroom gets deep cleaned every other day. On weekends, I just wipe it down because everybody's home, and then I do a deep clean on Mondays once everybody is back to work and school to keep it clean. We deep clean it every other day during the week, and then opposite days wipe it down. Laundry gets done every other day. I fold as needed because I don't always fold the same day. I loathe folding. Another thing that should get done, at least on a weekly basis, is dusting, which I rarely ever do on this channel because I hate it. But I do it on occasion during the deep cleaning videos, as in Motivation Monday, and get it all done. By doing these things for your home, you'll keep your home clean and organized and in check. Organization, you can do that a couple times a month or even once a month. If you're single, family of 3, family of 4 or larger, do it as needed and create your own cleaning routine. We're going to do things this morning to show you exactly what I do. Some things are already done. Like, for instance, I get up in the morning, I take my pills, I shower before 9, I have breakfast around 9 a.m., and if the crock pot needs to be attended to, we put our meal into the crock pot for the day, and a lot of times those end up being videos for you to enjoy. Let's get into this video, and we're going to start randomly going around my home, showing you things that are done to keep my home clean and organized. Couch. If you watch me regularly, you know it's our new couch. We've had it about 4 or 5 months now. We've deep cleaned it twice. I like to keep a blanket on it because it has microfiber cloth on it, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. I do have sensitive skin. My kid is very sensitive as well. And I like to fold up my blanket every day and get it put away. In the winter months, it is out more of the day because it's colder. The air conditioners are in, and we use the fans in the morning and then turn the air conditioners on when it gets really uncomfortable to save on electricity. Care of the areas where you sleep at night, like your bed. If you don't make your bed, that's fine. Or if you only make it after you wash the sheets, that's fine too. I am very old school. My grandmother taught me how to make my bed when I was about 7 years old. And I've been making beds for my kids. They do it on the weekends because they don't get up till noon. So on the weekends, it's their responsibility. And they stay on top of their rooms, keep their floors clean, their trash cans empty, and their beds made, which is a huge help for Mom because on the weekends, I only stay on top of the kitchen duties as well as keeping the bathroom done. And when there's laundry to fold, I'll fold and put that away. Now, we do laundry every other day in my home. It's a family of 4. My husband has already brought laundry downstairs. We usually have 2 loads. We may have a third because we did go swimming yesterday and there are beach towels. On the dinner table, very important. Yesterday, nobody was home, just me and my husband. And I did a crock pot meal that required a bowl. And we usually like to watch TV with our dinner when the kids aren't home. So there was no table required last night. Tonight is a family style dinner. We're having a whole roasted chicken with all the sides. So the table should be cleaned down first thing in the morning and after every meal and activity. And I do the rims around the chairs at least twice a week. Keep the chairs nice because the rims get really nasty and scummy. Care of your pet multiple times a day. Make sure they're fed and have plenty of water. I just changed Azraella's cage. The paper was soaked at the bottom. Put fresh mulch and food in. I'll put water in a little bit because she's too busy burrowing, enjoying the fresh, cleaned mulch, and will soak her cage instantly with a water bottle because she likes to bang into it. Once I know she's asleep, I will put the bottle in it, probably about 5 minutes, to make sure she has fresh water, and I check the bottle multiple times a day, even overnight when I have to get up for something. Keep your entryway clean and free of any obstacles. We recently did a video on downsizing, putting away winter coats, because once the air conditioners are in, the coats go away for the year and come back out middle of next fall. We have false falls, false summers here in New York, false springs, false winters, and false summers in New York as well, with crazy temperatures anywhere from 39 degrees all the way up to 90 degrees in the month of May, sometimes early June. I'm going to make sure all the floors are swept, and I'm going to run the broom through. I'll vacuum first thing in the morning because there are people that live downstairs, and I don't want to make a loud noise on the hardwood floors. Just do a quick sweep. Then I make sure the backpack is emptied of any old gym clothes and put fresh ones in. Make sure all assignments are in the backpack, ready to go for Monday with their pencils and pens. And then my kid takes care of everything else. In the mornings, I do the lunches fresh because I don't want the lunches sitting in the fridge overnight. There was laundry to fold. I would have taken it and dumped it out on the table and had it all folded and put away. That was taken care of yesterday or the day before, the last time we had laundry. It's every other day. There was no laundry yesterday. You should take care of the bathroom every single day. If you don't do a deep clean, at least wipe it down. I have a clean disinfectant wipe. And I have my Dollar Tree LA Awesome with orange. I'm going to give it a quick spray. Now tomorrow is going to be Motivation Monday, where I get cleaned up for the day, and it'll be a deep clean with the Comet in both the toilet as well as the sink. With both the toilet and as well as the sink. Just wipe it down, nothing fancy. Make sure all used cups are out. My back's going to be turned to you because it's very tough to get a hard angle here. And I don't do the shower because it's old and rusty. I do it off camera every other day. And make sure you throw your wipes out into the trash can. You never flush them. Can's full. Emptied out. So it goes downstairs and replace the bag. And if anything's at the bottom, dump it out into the garbage can in the kitchen or wherever and rinse it out if it looks dusty and dirty so they don't smell. You hear the TV in the background. The air conditioner's on. My husband has a hearing issue, so it's going to be a little loud. This is going to get rinsed out. There's some dishes in the sink, and I'm going to take care of those so the kitchen is cleaned up and ready for lunch prep. It's out the garbage can last. First, we're going to take care of the countertops. Unfortunately, I have to wait a couple minutes so the hot water doesn't run out. It's in a storage cycle downstairs where the laundry room is. Any leftover breakfast is going to get put away. So we're going to take care of the countertops. Take care of the countertops first. These need to get eaten today. I'm going to put them where I can see them. I just use hot soapy water on the countertops. And then I wipe them down with a damp tea towel, and then the tea towel gets washed, rather than throwing away paper towels. I usually use the paper towels to degrease bacon and to keep celery and lettuce fresher longer. I use a different tea towel for every surface. It's not cross-contaminated. This is the opposite end of my kitchen where we keep the coffee maker. It's where the stove is, as well as the microwave. And I do the microwave every single day, once a day. The stovetop gets wiped down after every use. So does the countertop next to it, but it's basically only used in the morning if we're having a coffee, and in the weekends if we're having a big dinner. Getting the microwave door, the keypad, alongside the plate. I just washed the plate, so it doesn't need to be washed. And then check inside the stove to make sure no food dripped when making bacon or anything. Good to go. Always make sure there's no sugar or salt or anything on your countertops to draw ants. Been pretty good about not getting fruit flies this year so far, so keep your fingers. The can is full in the kitchen, but it's going to wait and be taken care of after dinner tonight or the last snack of the evening, so I don't go through garbage bags. This is rinsed out, ready to go back in the bathroom. Just going to put a garbage bag into it. When I mop a couple times a week. I have the Swiffer and I love it. No awful mop head or dirty mop head. Just throw away the Swiffer wipe. But I sweep every single day, sometimes multiple days and after every meal, so we don't get ants in our kitchen. I also keep chalk out, and we have ant traps that I picked up by raid from the Dollar Tree that are not expired or bad. There was quite a bit on the kitchen floor. Now we're going to take care of the sink, and then we're going to wash the sink down. I do the sink twice a day. Most of the time, if I'm tired, I only do it once a day, first thing in the morning. The dishes get washed after each meal, and in the evening most of the time. Sometimes in the morning the next day or dishes from the night before. It just all depends on how exhausted we were from the day of activities. The last clip of the video is having audio only because my husband's TV is just a little too loud. I didn't want the distraction of Kojak in the background. He likes old Stevie, and he owns most of his TV series and watches them when he wants to. I'm gonna get the dishes cleaned up just from breakfast and coffee this morning. Then the sink needs a good scrubbing down with a hot soapy sponge. And I love using the spray hose to spray things out. And I rinsed and washed out the coffee pot so it's ready for tomorrow. It'll dry upside down. Just going to scrub out the sink, then spray it, then with a different tea towel, going to wipe it out so the sink is ready to go for our next meal. I'm putting the water bottle in. She's settled down. Resting after burrowing for an hour. This video, I hope you enjoyed this video of things that are done every other day or every day or multiple times a day within my home to keep my home nice and organized. There was a time where my home was completely stuffed with stuff, constantly clutter everywhere. My kid would come out after cleaning and dump everything down. They're 12 now and more into electronics. Thank God for that. So we stay on top of things now. I downsized about 80% in this house. The back porch gets cluttery constantly because we're always putting things back there, and it's out of sight, out of mind, so it's easy to do. The utility room also, we did that about a year or so ago. There's a video on that, Extreme Cleaning My Utility Room. I can link it down below, or you can find it in the Clean With Me players list. We took a month to do that video. It was a hot mess. It's cluttery again, but there's another tenant in the basement apartment that also shares that space with us. And they also have their own washer and dryer. So there's people going in and out of that room multiple times a day during the week. We like to keep the floor swept daily, multiple times a day. The kitchen, we clean up after every meal and snack. Trash goes out as needed. The bathroom gets cleaned up every other day, wiped down opposite day. Laundry is every other day. The pet I take care of multiple times a day, keep her comfortable and happy. Thank you so much for watching.